Hi everyone, welcome to week 3. I hope the course is going well for you. I am really intrigued to see the amount of huge thinking going on, especially in last week's mind maps. I think people are really grappling with some big ideas, and I think that's a cool part of a graduate course. If there is anything I can do to help you, always reach out and let me know. One person asked, what kind of time should they expect to be spending in this course? And I would say, this is a compressed course. It's a smaller than typical time frame just to keep this from lasting all summer. So 8 hours over the course of the week is probably a standard for a course like this. The other thing I wanted to point out is that a lot of my teaching happens in different ways. Of course, there's instruction like this where I am staring at a web camera trying to pretend I'm making eye contact with you. There's, the resources I provide, but also the forums, the emails, the messages, all that steady communication. So when you post to a forum, go back and look at comments. See my comments, see what other people have said. If you get a message from me, if you just drop me a quick, got it, or, if it's a question or something, just kind of let me know you get it. But especially, the teaching happens in the forums and the feedback. So do keep an eye on that and just keep a watch on that. Take a look at the news forum periodically. I put a few new things in there, and I try to make sure that gets sent to everyone, so you may see that in your email as well. Okay, this week is about reusable learning objects, and I just lost something. Okay, so I teach filmmaking and video journalism to students here at Mid-Maine Technical Center in Waterville. And one of the challenges is that teenagers are generally not interested in what I have to say. And so I may be teaching something very simple, and some may not get it because they're bored. Some may sort of get it, but they need to see this in different ways. That's where reusable learning objects can be tremendously helpful. Here's a quick example. This is a camera lens, and one of the basic things my students need to know how to do is match numbers on the top of the lens with their understanding of how a lens opens and closes. So I will teach this concept. They will get cameras out and practice it, and everything looks great. Guarantee a week later, students will be, what setting do I use? What does it mean if this is open or closed? And even at the end of the year, some of my best students will confuse this really basic topic. So I wind up teaching this over and over and over again, and people either get it or they sort of get worn down by it. Reusable learning objects are digital resources that teach things. The benefit of them is that while I can still teach my thing in person, face-to-face, I can now have a student check out the video or the Movely or PowerPoint or whatever I want to use to teach this. I can then have them do an assessment after they watch this. So they can watch my short video on how to work a camera lens, take a camera, film things in 3 different locations, and upload those so I can see what they've done. The benefit of that is that I can now see if they got the concept or not, and they can as well. If they didn't get the concept, then I can direct them to do a few things. It could be, hey, watch the video again. It could be, come up to me for a face-to-face boring demonstration with Mr. Boardman. Or it could be, okay, you tried this video. Here's another way of doing it with another video and a short handout. And that together is a reusable learning object. It's instruction aligned to a standard. It is some kind of assessment, project, demonstration to see if they got it. And it's some avenue for remediation. It could be, watch this again. But it probably needs to be a little more than that. Maybe it's watch this again and demonstrate it to me in person so I can help you or something else like that. Let me make a quick change in the screen here. In this week, you are building 2 reusable learning object packages. It'll be a piece of instruction. It'll be some kind of direction for assessment. And it'll be some kind of avenue for remediation. You'll upload these to the forum in this week. Module 3's your work, or your learning objects, sorry. But it's also a week where you want to start thinking a little more about what kind of platform you'll be using for your work. Because you don't have to upload those to a Moodle or Canvas or Google Classroom yet, but you want to get rolling on that. So let me give you the quick run through here, and then I'm out of here. I've given you a quick demo of what a reusable learning object instruction component could be right here. Here's another example using Movely, which is a pretty cool piece of software that's free and that I'm going to use to create something for my students with this. A couple links, a request that you post really quickly to a forum, just a what I'm doing this week, a few examples, and a couple free resources, Screencast-O-Matic, Movely, and I'll put up a few others. I've also come up with a few examples of other instructional pieces that are sort of boring, but they do the job. So this is kind of a cool week because we're kind of moving past some of the theory and we're right in the weeds, building things as we go. As always, if you have any questions, let me know. It's also a cool week to experiment. Movely works great. Screencast-O-Matic I'm using right now. Powtoons is one I just put up a link for too. It's sort of the follow to the way I created this. And there's old standbys like PowerPoint, Google Slides, and that sort of thing. So lots of options for you this week. Does not have to be a super complicated, long piece of instruction, but you kind of want to get something going. So thanks for listening, and any questions, of course, drop them in the forum. This is a busy week. 2 RLOs is a lot. I totally know that. And you may well find that as the week goes on that you get 1 RLO done and another started. So you may not get 2 RLOs in this week, but you'll come close and you'll finish that second one next week or something. All right, any questions, fire away. Thanks.